Yo, what's good? It's like it. I'm up pretty late. Hell, it's dark as hell. This is my first time trying to do something like this. I'm gonna make like a tier list for Mecha Break. Generally I don't do things like this, but I've been playing this game, having a lot of fun. So I figured I'll just give my opinion. Um, so everything is completely my opinion and my played experience. The game so far. Um, I'm obviously not a pro, but I mean, I'm doing pretty okay. One way to 66, up to Grandmasters. Um, I do like I play a good amount. I don't think I'm like no authority on the game, but I definitely have put in a good amount of matches. I don't know. I kind of feel like I can give my perspective on what I feel is like OP, where things are for the mechs. I will also say that I believe for the most part, outside of like a couple, every single mech is very situational, like very game mode dependent. We're gonna be talking about just tactical. So like the 5-man or the 6-man's, the Verge. Um, we'll say outside of like a couple, every single mech moves up and down in the tier list. All right, getting started. We're gonna start with I don't know how to say this person's name. Alanis. This is the one that like transforms, or not transforms, but can revive multiple times. Uh, Personally, as like I'm like a support main, so I play like Lumine, Tanaka, stuff like that. I'm also like tanky boys. I am never scared of this mech on the battlefield. Um, I never have any issue with it. The only saving grace that this mech has that makes it at all relevant is the fact that when you grab the key, for some reason they let you die multiple times and you can still hang on to the key. On the maps where you have to turn like the key in for the points, it's very easy to rack up the points with this character. Um, I don't know why that's a thing. I feel like if you lose a health state, the key should drop. Um, but outside of that, I've never in any game I've played or any match I've played, I've never once saw this character as a threat. Nothing outside of like a slight annoyance, right? Just something that like just annoys you and bothers you, like a little gnat or something flying around. Um, I don't think it's good. I think it's only benefit. Like the only thing it has is it can cap the keys pretty well. If anyone else has any insane moments from this character, you're welcome to share it or tell me about it. Comments. I have no issue with this character, and it does not bother me. Quilla, I would say, is very balanced. Um, like it's got great buffs, like the self buff that lets it shoot really fast. It can box a little bit to save its own life. If you get something on you that like pokes and prods, like you get like a Falcon and a Stellaris, or like we'll talk about Stellaris like that. Or like a Falcon and a Panther or a Sky Raider or something like that, you can have a bad time. But outside of that, I feel like Akula is very balanced. One of the most balanced mechs, I would say, probably. Um, I put them very high B, lower A. We might put them last on the A list. We'll also try to make it like ascending or whatever. Um, yeah, I have no issues with Aquila. Aquila can be strong. Aquila can pump out a lot of like. If a team just lets an Aquila free cast on you, it's going to be a bad day for everyone. Aquila can put the damage out. Just they can get overwhelmed easily. Um, Once you've got both like their thrusters and their hover mode thrusters on like the lower end, they're hurting and they're gonna be super struggling. So I feel though Aquila is extremely balanced for the game. Next is Falcon. I feel like Falcon might be on the bottom of S. People have different opinions. Like I said, this is all coming from like the games I've played and my like lived experience with the game so far. Um, like really good Falcons and like higher tier can just go nuts. So they're insane, especially like because like I play healers a lot and stuff like Lumine, Tanaka, and a really good Falcon is like set to just harass you and stop you from being able to do your job. It is rough. It's annoying, especially if you have no one that peels for you. You have no one looking out for you. I got lucky. One of my really good friends I play with, he is a absolutely nutty Welkin, and if I need like a peel, he can help me out and save me. But outside of that, like if I'm just queuing like rando queues and stuff completely, I normally only like duo queue this game or sometimes trio queue. Um, outside of that, Falcons can just wreck. Falcon is pretty good. I would say Hurricane is in a pretty balanced state. He's probably high up there in B. So for like Hurricane, he's really good with like turtle metas. So you know you're on the TDM maps, the two TDM maps. You get like 2 kills ahead, and you just start turtling. Hurricane can keep everyone like safe, you know, with his little decoys he puts out, his bubble, stuff like that. I've never been like afraid of a hurricane damage, but I have been afraid of the hurricane's protection he can offer to like the high damaging teammates that can really like make you have a bad day. Um, yeah, I think Hurricane is in a balanced spot. He's very good. He can bubble objectives. He's great for turtling comps and TDM. Um, I think he's all around very well balanced. We're gonna skip Inferno for a moment. Lumine, easy S. Lumine is insane. One of the very best mechs in the game. Outside of maybe like a nutty Falcon or a nutty Stellaris, I have soloed every other mech in the game or with Lumine. Lumine is crazy. I have a pic from earlier of me going 1.8 million heals on a Lumine because they were just diving our beefy boys. I just stayed back healing. So the healing numbers, I had actually today, I've had multiple games that were over a million. Over a million healing on Lumine. So the healing numbers are there. You got the wings buff, which makes it to where if anyone gets on you, like Panthers and like that, the Panthers, Alenices, I don't know how to say that name. Sorry, I'm horrible. Speak English, and that's the only language I know. Um, Welkins with wing buffs up, you are insane to try to catch and lock down. And it makes all your regen stronger. You have an AoE damaging dot. So if like Welkins are trying to cap with their box, you can dot through it. Hurricane's trying to cap with their box or their bubble, you can dot through it. Lumine is right now probably top 3 of the best mechs in the game. Lumine is so strong. I love playing support, and I love playing like hots and dots classes like Drew, Wow, stuff like that. Very much a big fan of that play style in like in whole. So Lumine is like peak for me. Lumine is amazing. I know I sound like I don't know, like a riding Lumine's dick, but I probably would if they wanted me to. Um, yeah, Lumine just slaps. Lumine is good. Heals are crazy. Team buff, self buff that goes absolutely nutty. AoE heal, AoE dot that hits through bubbles and stuff. The ticking damage you can like solo any mech basically. Lumine is strong. If you're a support player and you've been only playing Panaka, please give Lumine a chance. My first like 10 games with Lumine, I was like, man, this is like okay. It's not that great. But man, Lumine is amazing. That's the majority of my games are played on Luma. Murakami, we're gonna put maybe, but no, maybe in front of no, maybe here. No, we'll leave Murakami here. So Murakami is really good in the right hand. I will say that. I've seen some Murakamis that absolutely do nothing for my team. And that's the only reason why I want to put it here is because the Murakamis I've seen that can play the mech well are phenomenal. They just MVP left and right with them. They're, I don't know, it's, I want to say overall because people aren't that great on it yet and still learning. Maybe we'll drop it to, we'll have it at the top of A, the very top of A. But outside of like the people that don't know it, so you have stealth with decoys that also shoot with a sniper rifle that charges its damage. You have an AoE stealth. You can cap in stealth, so like you can go into stealth and cap points, which is we're gonna have like a whole rant about that eventually. Stealth capping is broken in the game, and I don't think should be in. I don't think you should be able to cap all invis. It should make you visible. Um, yeah, so you can stealth cap. You can grapple. So every like the grapple hook, you can grapple up into like weird wall positions where people wouldn't expect you, and go stealth in that and snipe from there. Um, Murakami's kit, I would say, is definitely in the belongs in the S2. Now, as far as like the players on Murakami, some I've seen that don't do nothing for the team, but like I said, the ones that are good, I've seen just like completely carry and change the tides of the game. Just tonight on my stream, we had a push game that was going horrible from the start. And they had an Aquila that was just free casting. And I typed in chat and I was like, Nura, can you please focus that Aquila and stop it from free casting? And ever since then, like when he started like just wiping Aquila first and then going back to what he was doing, it was smooth sailing for the rest of the match. It was nuts. Murakami is good. Panther, I would say, is A tier. Um, Panther's kit is very strong. Definitely gets overshadowed by another character that can do what it does better. It's very strong for boxing. Unfortunately, I do run into a lot of like Panthers with just melee brain. If you understand gaming, melee brain is like unga boonga, me swing, me smash, and they just get parried left and right. But their kit is super strong, built for fighting. Does a lot of damage from right here in the beta. They were even stronger. Um, I don't have a lot to say about Panther. They're good. They can hold their own. They can snipe kills by like, not snipe obviously with a sniper rifle, but they can steal your kill from you. You're working on someone, whittle them down. All of a sudden, Panther comes flying by, smashes them into a wall, melees them like twice, and you're just like, okay, thanks, bud. Yeah, so Panther's pretty solid. Deserves that spot. Panaka S tier. Almost every healer in video games, especially when there's only a couple of them, are up there because they have to be. Um, but Panaka, a shield that shoots, so you can put it on someone diving. That you can put it on your Panther while he's like ramming someone, and you're just shotgunning him in the face. Crazy damage. Like Panaka is high damage. Your wall, not only is it good utility, but it is hella good damage. Like I get kills constantly with the wall. I've sniped a Stellaris that was like diving me, and like he was backing out, and like it was like right before he turned invis, sniping with the wall from almost max range of the wall. It was pretty fun. I had to go over there and do the execute move on him just to do a little BM. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, Panaka is strong. Shield, heals. You have your little robot heals you can send out. Really strong shotgun. I will say the only thing that gets annoying is if you start running out of ammo on your shotgun and you're not like conserving it properly and you keep spinning because you're just trying to like help pick off a kill, you'll have a bad time with like the reloads of that gun. Um, I've had a match where I completely 180'd the match by standing on the point and walling myself in with my shields on me and dots and pushing the card back completely it with some friends. It was pretty nutty. Panako's strong and does the job good. Serenith, oh, I gotta put Serenith in A, I think, or in S. I want to put him in top of A, bottom of S. Yeah, I think maybe it's one of these two spots. We'll put it here for now, and I'll think about it. Um, Really good strong gun. You got the orbital that you can charge, and it puts a bubble. Now the orbital does team kill. I killed my friend that plays my Welkin main friend. I murdered him because he was diving someone right when I orbitaled them. And yeah, I got a kill on him. It's pretty funny. It stops caps. I believe it has like a range cap, which is kind of crazy. Um, you can like scramble the team so that way your teammates look like enemies and the enemies look like teammates, so that way you can't lock onto them. So the boxing potential is there. It can get caught out just like everyone else by like a panther and a Stellaris, or like a panther and a falcon together or something. Can give it some shit, but it does have some tricks up its sleeve. The orbital, the being able to shoot through walls, like placing your orbital through walls to stop caps, be like a little cheeky. Um, Serenith is pretty good, pretty solid. Sky Raider, I would give a A. I know one of my friends that were like exact opposites on like Sky Raider and Falcon. I have seen in like my games personally. Again, this is my opinion, my own like played experience. I have seen better Falcons than I have seen Sky Raiders. Sky Raiders don't really scare me when they're on a game or in the game with me. But again, I also play like supports or beefy boys. So a Sky Raider doesn't ever like, I'm never like, oh, I have to keep an eye on him. You know what I mean? Because I feel like either someone else is going to kill him or I can just go kill him. Lumine, I'll go solo him all day. I struggle with Falcons. Sky Raider, I'll solo all day. Um, so just my personal opinion. His kit's solid. The missiles are good. I don't know what it is about him. I think it's because he just lacks. Like, even though they're both flyers, Falcon has more snappy mobility, if that makes sense, compared to Sky Raider. Falcon can also do the corkscrew down to where he can keep his aims on you. Um, Sky Raider, I feel like, is lacking. Again, I suck at flyers personally, but from the games I played, I feel like Sky Raider is lacking in like mobility or like agility, I guess. Um, than Falcon is. Stego, Stego's solid. I would say I don't have no gripes with Stego. His smoke screen is good. The only downside of the smoke screen is it works on enemies too. Like if they're around you, it makes them untargetable as well. So his smoke screen's solid. His shield is solid. His missiles are okay. The wide arc, the super wide arc, can sometimes be annoying, but I guess it's obviously balanced for like a hallway, or you're not shooting all your missiles straight down the hallway and just blow someone up. So his missiles are solid, even though like um, yeah, no gripes. Stego's a beefy boy. He can take a lot of damage and he can dish a lot of damage. People aren't paying attention to him and letting him free cast. I will say, he might be like upper B or A. I will say a Stego with like, you know, I can't even stay it though because Stellaris does it to everyone. But like a Stego with like two melees on him, or like a Stego with like a Falcon or a Sky Raider plus a melee, bad time. Especially if you're support. I honestly mostly main support because I feel like whenever I'm not support in my game, I don't know what the fuck our healer is doing. and it makes it a bad day. So when I'm playing support, I kind of watch over my beefy boys. The other people playing support, they don't love. Um, yeah, Stego's solid. Kit's good. Damage is good. Defense is good. No complaints. We're gonna skip over Stellars for the moment. Tricera, bottom A. Yeah, I think bottom A. So Tricera runs into an issue where, for some reason, on the turret you can't look up high enough, so flyers can give you a hard time. You're better against melee than Stego by a lot. Put Tricera in front of Stego. In front of Sky Raider too. Put Aquila up here. Or Panaka. Yeah, this looks better. So Tricera, the issue like you can't look up. I did run into like a Lumine and Tricera that was duo queuing, and the Lumine would pop the wing buff so the Tricera can hover longer, and he was dying. It was pretty cool. Um, but yeah, Tricera's damage is really good still. I feel like there is fall off over far distance, but like especially like again everything's map dependent, especially on like points where you gotta push payloads. Tricera goes nutty. The being able to get a 2 second parry like on demand is crazy good defense against melees. Um, so really good Triceras don't have as big of an issue with melees as maybe you see in like in games where like people don't know or they're just trying Tricera for like the first couple times. But really good Tricera players like go crazy on Tricera. Um, you got the two different size miniguns. You got your howitzer cannon with the multiple shots in it, like 3 shots or whatever, and they do really good damage and they stagger. So they're good for like, a lower target that's getting away. Maybe you can hit him a couple times or hit him with the howitzer, slow him down, stagger him, finish off kills, help teammates CC people. Tricera can peel for other people, which as a support, I love people that can peel for me. Um, yeah, Tricera is good. Tricera is solid. Can't go wrong. Might just take a little bit of adjusting into. I would say Stego is easier to play if you're looking for like turret down. But if you can learn Tricera, you can become a monster. Vulcan, top of A, barely missing out of no, yeah, barely missing out of S. Especially because I have a friend that mains Vulcan and he's like really good on Vulcan. He does really solid damage. He has a spin to win where you can clear invis, like people trying to like invis cap. So you can spin to win to stop that. He can box the cap and get caps himself. So it's like their whole team could be around trying to do it. Like if they don't have like the energy weapons or whatever that go through it. Um, he can box out people, get the cap. He can lock you in the box with you and do hella damage. His melee strong, his gun's strong. I will say maybe he has like a little bit of energy issues, but he is like a big beast. Um, he has a really cool title, Reaper. Pretty nice. Um, yeah, Welkin is all around good. He's strong, lots of survivability, box for either trapping people in, boxing people out of positions. Really great peel for support, so he's up there for me. Again, this is my list with my own personal experience. Anyone that can box people out or peel and save my life as a support so I can save other lives is up there for me. And Welkin can do that. So Solaris is next, or Stellaris, whatever you want to say. They are in their own category. This mech needs a severe nerf. I think it makes the game worse having it in it. Whenever I go against a good Stellaris that knows how to play, I think the same thing that I should quit the game and not fucking play until they fix this character. But I'm enjoying it too much, so I keep doing it. Um, yeah, melee combos, seems like unlimited energy when you're running from them. Like I can put on Illuminate and put on my unlimited energy buff and just boost, 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 boost to get away. And a Stellaris will keep up with me and kill me and be able to go start boxing someone else. They have Invis, they can Invis cap, they can get away low health, Invis get away. Uh cra- Crazy energy stamina. They have range, like really good range damage, extremely good melee damage, grapple, like that can push, like fucking uh Panther. Like they're what like Panther is like the Wish.com stellars. Um, I'm not saying a lot because I think Panther is good. So Stellaris is just completely broken and needs a severe nerf. I think one way to nerf the character without nerfing the actual character is they need to remove stealth capping. Period. That's not going to help with like the actual performance of the character, but that'll be one thing to like knock it down like a little notch. Um, the yeah, its kit is bloated. It needs to. I don't know. They need to adjust some numbers. They need to mess with its energy some. I don't know what they need to do exactly. I'm not a dev. I don't know how to fix games. Do play a lot of games. I know that this motherfucker is crazy and in their own. There, no other mech in this game is nowhere as strong as Solaris. Um, it's nuts. Solaris is good. Infernal, Inferno. Yeah, he doesn't even get on the board. Put him back. Can't take him back down. Can't. How do I? How do I remove? I didn't mean to put him on the board, and now I can't move him again. Well, let's just pretend he's not here. Inferno doesn't deserve to be on the board. You might make an argument like, "Oh, I saw an Inferno going, like whatever in my game." I guess I played a game in Grandmasters with Inferno and did solid, and we won. I had to be babysat by a support. Inferno does not have the survivability to be considered a heavy mech. There is just no way. You have nowhere near enough damage to be the mech that just channels beams. He goes, "Hey everyone, I'm over here moving extremely slow or locked in place if I'm hovering or whatever while I'm channeling these big beams. Please don't shoot me." It's just Inferno needs. I don't know what they could do. Maybe an insane damage buff. They're going to give him some type of damage buff, or I mean, not damage buff, defense buff. Um, I was thinking another thing maybe, so that way they're not they're not buffing like just let's buff value X, which he probably still is going to need overall. But I was thinking maybe some cool things is like how like his lasers come out, like the laser spread comes out and they're going everywhere. Maybe he can kind of have like the little things that Hurricane has, maybe on like the tips of like that spread. So when people are trying to lock onto him directly, they're shooting those first and breaking them before they start hitting him. Um, that would be like something neat that they can add, but that would be like obviously harder than just changing value X to a higher number. Um, I wish I never set him up here. He doesn't deserve to even be in D tier. As far as like the games I'm going through, my experience, I've never seen an Inferno that has changed the game. Never seen an Inferno that's even like added a significant. Oh, this guy is kind of a threat. Focus him. He's always like you have two people shoot him and he's like dead. Aquila or Murakami can snipe him out of the game and like he needs a severe buff. He's labeled as like ultra heavy, and he is not. He feels squishier than like Falcon. He feels squishier than like Sky Raider. I don't know. He Inferno is doing bad, and his kit's cool. Like that's the bad thing about like his kit's like fun and cool. Like when I was in this game just a little bit ago, like I would hover up above like it was a push to payload, so I would hover up above them, shooting my laser beams down on them. That was cool, but if any of them turned and started shooting me, especially before I told the Neurocomet to start focusing their Aquila, I was just getting shredded. There was literally nothing I could do about it. Like you're solely depend on him. You're bajillion% dependent on your support to babysit you. Like they can't leave you. They have to be there with you, babysit you while you're channeling, put the bubble on you if there's a Panaka, put the bubble on you while you're channeling. Like it's bad. He maybe in a hallway where you can hit your two and shoot your beam straight down the hallway and do some damage. Like his damage is solid. I'll give him that. The damage is solid, but he is not ultra heavy worthy. But that being said, again, this is my own personal experience, my own like lived experience with the game. Take it or leave it. You know, how I feel. Yeah, so I really love the game. I'm gonna continue playing it. I always want to quit every time I see this dude going crazy. They definitely need to nerf him. But yeah, so it was a wonderful day for coming to my TED Talk, hanging out with me for a little bit of the time of your day. I really do appreciate it. Hope you all have a wonderful night. I will catch y'all later. Peace.